Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and it is official. Bayern Munich are your Bundesliga champions for the year 24-2025. After the draw between Freiburg and Leverkusen, Bayern Munich are officially the champions, and I mean, you cannot afford it. I am going to raise my hand out. I doubted it. I made the prediction. I said that Bayern Munich are not going to win the title. I said Leverkusen are going to retain their title in my prediction video at the start of the season, and I'm going to raise my hand, and I got it wrong. I got it completely wrong, because Bayern Munich have been really good. There's nobody who can say that they did not deserve it. They have played every single game, and you know that the things that were missing last year from Bayern Munich were the dominating wins for Bayern Munich. I think this season you saw how they progressed under company. The start, or the first few couple of months, and I am gonna raise my hand yet again, because I was one of the biggest doubters of Vincent Company. I remember till October, November, I still kept on saying that Company is not the right guy. Company is not the right guy. But what do I know? I mean, he has proven me wrong. They were not able to win the Champions League, but he has he has brought the Bundesliga title back to Bayern Munich, and I mean, as I said, they progressed under him quite well. The start of the season, they were not really playing that good football. They were not playing fluid football the way that he would have wanted to. It took them time to adjust to his style. It took him time to learn about the players as well. They brought in a couple of new players as well, and as I said, it took them step by step. You can just see the progress of Bayern Munich, and at the start of the year, by the end of Jan, it became quite evident that Bayern are going to be there. Even if they don't win it, they are going to fight till the last day of the season. And luckily for them, their counterparts Leverkusen, they started this team started to come to an end at the later stages of the season, which Bayern Munich did not have. And there are so many stories in Bayern Munich. I mean, you have in the story of Vitz. I mean, he has the Jamal Musiala. I mean, he carried the team when Harry Kane got injured in the mid of the season. You have Leroy Sané, the way that he played. Thomas Muller retiring. This is his last season at the club, and he's gonna go out with a Champions League title. And I mean, let's be very honest, the biggest story that everybody is gonna talk about, it is Harry Kane. Harry Kane finally, after 10-12 plus years of being a professional footballer, of being top player, he's finally gonna win a trophy. I mean, as an Arsenal fan as well, you just feel happy about it, that he's finally going to win something, and they deserved it, and he deserved it. I mean, he scored so many goals for them this season as well, and he has led them to the title as well. Yesterday also he scored. He was waiting outside just because he thought that he was going to win it yesterday. Unfortunately for Bayern, they were not able to win yesterday because they conceded at the end. But tonight, after Leverkusen's draw, they are officially the champions. And as I said, nobody can really question it. They won their big games against their opponents, Leverkusen, whether the Dortmunds. They defeated the smaller teams. They had tough moments of the season as well, where they were behind as well. Leverkusen were ahead of them as well. They had a challenge from Frankfurt as well. So many things happened in this season, but the consistent thing with Bayern Munich, I think, and that is the reason they are the champion, was consistency. They were always within reach. They were either first, second, third. They never let go of that position. And not only that, the point difference between them, like for example, now Frankfurt are third in the table, but the point difference between them and Bayern Munich is about almost 10-15 points. The same with Leverkusen and Bayern Munich. The point difference between them is almost now 10 points. So that is why Bayern Munich are the champions. Even though they were third at 1 point, even though they were second at point, they never let the point difference be that much that they are not gonna able to overcome it. And that is why they are the champions. They even when they were third, they kept on waiting for the teams above them to make a mistake and pounce on it. And when they did it, they go ahead and they take advantage of that. And when they reach the top, I mean, they made sure that they stayed on the top. They've been on top for almost now 3 to 4 months, and they have not let Leverkusen come back, and they have not let Frankfurt come back. And as I said, the other teams themselves, they ran out of steam at the latter stage of the season. And Bayern Munich, I think, with the experience that they have, and it was the hunger. And let's be very honest, I keep on saying, winning the league is very easy. Being able to retain it, that's the hardest part. And Bayer Leverkusen, they did amazing last year winning the league, but you need need experience to retain it, which unfortunately Xabi Alonso and his team lacked. You see, a lot of the time this year, there were games where they should have won, where they were the better side, but they were just not able to get it over the line. And Bayern Munich, they have so many experienced players. Even, you know, if you look at a player like Serge Gnabry, like if people don't know how young he is, like, but he is such a mature, he's such an experienced player. Leroy Sané, as I said, Jamal Musiala. I mean, I love Musiala. I think for me, he's like one of my favorite players in the entirety of Europe. The way he just, you know, oozes confidence. As I said, when Harry Kane got injured for you know, about a couple of months, he carried the team on his back. He scored the goals. He assisted. He, you know, they did not let him, you know, they did not feel that Harry Kane was not playing. That's how you know, teams win the title. The defense was immense. The goalkeeper was immense. And that's how the entirety of their team. And I think Vincent Kompany, again, I have to give him credit, and I have to, you know, take a blame on myself that I really did not rate. I did not think that Bayern Munich, you know, were gonna win anything under Vincent Kompany. You know, the biggest thing, I think I said that he might get sacked at the end of the season, which he's not gonna get sacked. Of course, he's won you the league, but he has managed his team well. He has learned, you know, throughout the season, has gone, not only his team but Vincent Kompany himself. He has learned as well how to, you know, navigate through the games. What happened to him, Burnley, it was a big burden. You know, the board has to be really appreciated. They took a gamble on him, what he did at Burnley, to bring him back and give them a job at Bayern Munich. I mean, it was a big shocking decision. Everybody, you know, nobody could really believe it that they have done it. They backed him. They told him that he has all their confidence, and he has you know, repaid their confidence. And it took them time. As I said, there were a lot of, you know, a lot of hiccups throughout the season, especially in the early stage of the season. But slowly they started winning games, and they started winning big games, the games, you know, big margin, 5-0 here, 6-1 here, 6-2 here. And that is what Bayern Munich are known for, winning big games with big margins, statement wins. And I remember the first time that they won that big game, I said in my review video that this is a statement win that Bayern Munich really needed it. I think it was in almost October where they finally won a game with a big margin. And I said that that is important because the other teams, they fear Bayern Munich, and the fear factor had gone away last season, and they needed wins like that. And they had like 5 or 6 massive wins throughout the season, and that, you know, puts fear into the opposition teams. It's not like their competitors or the teams who are fighting for Europe, but the teams who are down fighting for relegation, or the lower half teams, that wins like those, they put fear in teams like that. And Bayern Munich really needed it, and they had it. And the entirety of that season has been wonderful, and they thoroughly deserve it. I mean, nobody can question that. Even today, I mean, even though Leverkusen won, Freiburg were the better team in that game as well, but they somehow, Freiburg were not able to get the job done. But Bayern Munich wouldn't mind about it. They got their job done, and they are the champions, and they thoroughly deserve. And yet again, congratulations to Bayern Munich, and I hope you party all night along, the champions of Germany. That is for me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the entirety of that season for Bayern Munich. What was your favorite moment of the season, and do you think they deserve it, or do you think they got lucky? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of the season, so please go ahead and subscribe and help me out and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.